Math CBA 3. Number 1. Paul has 6 cups of whipping cream. How many 1/4 cups are in half of this amount of whipping cream? Number 2. Mr. Gomez wanted to put a fence around his garden as shown below. He bought 62 and 345 thousandths meters of fence. After completing his project, how many meters of fence did Mr. Gomez have left? Number 3. A thermos held 2,500 milliliters of water. How many liters of water did it hold? Number 4. The diagram below shows the classification of some triangles, first by angles and then by sides. The numbers 1, 2, and 3 represent the types of triangles missing from the diagram. Which list shows the types of triangles represented by the numbers 1, 2, and 3? F. 1 is obtuse, 2 is scalene, 3 is equilateral. G. 1 equilateral, 2 obtuse, 3 scalene. H. 1 obtuse, 2 equilateral, 3 scalene. J. 1 equilateral, 2 scalene, 3 obtuse. Number 5. Sarah has a cube with a volume of 2,197 cubic centimeters. Which square represents the faces of Sarah's cube? Number 6. Andrew bought a fish bowl that holds 1/3 of a gallon of water. Andrew used a small container to fill the fish bowl. If it took 5 smaller containers to fill the fish bowl, how many gallons of water fills 1 smaller container? Number 7. Mr. Ross needed a box of his tools. He knew that the box had to be between 100 cubic inches and 150 cubic inches. Which dimensions represent a toolbox he could use? Number 8. Mary had a birthday party. After the party, she had 1/5 of the cake left over. Her 3 uncles shared the leftover cake equally. The model below is shaded to show the fraction of cake each uncle received. Which equation represents this model? Number 9. The diagram below shows the classification of some 2-dimensional figures. The numbers 1, 2, and 3 represent 2-dimensional figures missing from the diagram. Quadrilateral, rectangle, rhombus. Which list shows the 2-dimensional figures represented by the numbers 1, 2, and 3? A. 1 is parallelogram, 2 is trapezoid, 3 is square. B. 1 is trapezoid, 2 is parallelogram, 3 is square. C. 1 is trapezoid, 2 is square, 3 is parallelogram. Or D. 1 is parallelogram, 2 is square, 3 is trapezoid. Number 10. A square can be described as a quadrilateral with 4 congruent sides and 4 congruent right angles. According to this information, which diagram correctly classifies a square? Number 11. The model below is a rectangular prism built with unit cubes. What is the volume of this model in cubic units? Number 12. The figure below shows centimeter cubes placed on grid paper. These cubes form the base of a rectangular prism. Which of the following shows the volume of the prism if 3 more layers are added on the top of the base? F. 64 cubic centimeters, because 4 times 4 times 4 equals 64. G. 48 cubic centimeters, because 12 times 4 equals 48. H. 36 cubic centimeters, because 12 times 3 equals 36. J, not here. Number 13, Anna is baking cookies. The recipe asks for 3/4 of a cup of flour per batch. Anna wants to bake 4 batches of cookies. She made the model below to help her find the amount of flour in cups for 4 batches of cookies. A, 3 cups because 4 times 3/4 equals 12/4.
I was late.
B, 3/4 cup because 4 times 3/4 equals 12/16. C, 4 3/4 cups because 4 plus 3/4 equals 4 3/4. Or D, 5 1/3 cups because 4 divided by 3/4 equals 16/3. Number 14. Number 14. The diagram below shows the number of congruent sections in a window. The length and width of one section are labeled in inches. What is the total area of the window? Number 15. Sally is making a cleaning solution out of water and soap. There is 4 times as much water as soap in her solution. If she used 2 gallons of water, how much soap did she use? A, 8 quarts, B, 8 pints, C, 2 quarts, or D, 2 pints. Number 16, the rectangle below has a perimeter of 33 feet. What is the width X of the rectangle? Find the missing side. Number 17. The figure below shows a rectangular prism partially filled with unit cubes that fit the length, width, and height of a prism. What is the volume of this prism in cubic units? Number 18. Kara has a set of figures as shown below. Figure 1, Figure 2, Figure 3, Figure 4, Figure 5. Which diagram shows how Kara could have classified these figures based on their attributes? Number 19. Figure 1 below represents a box shaped like a rectangular prism. Figure 2 below shows some unit cubes that were placed in the box. How many more cubic unit cubes can be placed in the box to fill it? And number 20. Terry's mom is letting her paint one wall of her bedroom purple. The shaded portion of the figure below shows the dimensions of the wall she will paint. If Terry does not paint the door, what is the area of the wall she will paint? Record your answer and fill in the bubbles on your answer document. Be sure to use the correct place value.